In today's video, we're going to be looking at this pretty amazing budget-friendly dash cam. Now, this is a feature-rich, multi-channel camera system designed to provide comprehensive coverage for your vehicle. It's a 3-channel camera system, front, rear, and the inside. It also has a pretty high resolution, 4K on the front, 3.16-inch IPS screen, and it also does come with the 64GB SD card. This is by the company TOOXYZ, which ended up sending me one of these products for my honest review and testing. Let's start with the unboxing first. Right on top, we have a user manual, DC car adapter with the USB-C that we're gonna plug into the dash cam. Then here we have a rear-facing camera with a pretty long cable. It comes with the adhesive, so all you have to do is just stick this to your rear window. You can also end up switching the angles as well. Now this will be the mount for the dash cam. I'm going to show that in a little bit, but honestly I prefer this kind of mount over the adhesive because it's much easier to remove. And then we have some cable management. This is adhesive. You can end up putting this around your windshield and put the cable through. We also have the little tool to tuck in the cables, and this is something interesting. We also have a micro SD card to USB 2.0. So if your computer doesn't have the micro SD card slot, but it has USB Type A, this will definitely come in handy. And then we have some static stickers and the user manual. I think this first one was more of the installation, I believe, how to connect it to the app. Yeah, that's probably what that was. So we'll put all that on the side. I gotta say, I do like the design of this dash cam. It looks pretty cool. It's not too large. It also has a big screen on the front. Then we do have this cabin camera where you can adjust the angles. Then we have that 3.16-inch screen. And then here we have all the controls like power and OK. And then we have left and right, settings button, and the mode button as well. On the side, we have where that SD card goes. And then on top is where you plug in the rear-facing camera. And then we have USB-C for power. All right, so I took the rest of the day to install it in my car, driving it around. I'm gonna show you the footage in a little bit. When it comes to the installation, it couldn't get any easier. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, all you have to do is just slide this on. Make sure you plug it in, find a good spot on the dashboard, and then you're gonna peel this off and then stick it on. It has the unlock and the lock. You want it to be in the unlock position. Another recommendation I will give you is take a little bit of water on your finger and then just apply it here and then attach it to the dashboard. That way you get a really good seal. Once you have it there, all you have to do is just turn it to the lock position, and that's pretty much it. When it comes to the rear-facing camera, again, kind of same situation. You want it to be connected to the dash cam. Find a good position before you end up peeling this off. After you find a good spot on your rear window, you can peel this off and then attach it. All right, so the first thing you see is the resolution on top, and then you do see the Wi-Fi and the password as well. Now, if we click on these settings, the new screen will open up here, and here is where we can end up choosing the resolution. So right now we have 4K and the 1080p, and then if I had the rear connected, it's going to be 1080p as well. You can also end up changing it to 2.5K for the front-facing one, and the other two will remain 1080p resolution. So let's end up going back. Now, I did end up changing a couple different settings like loop recording. You can end up setting this from 1 minute to 3 minutes. So that's how long the file will be every single time. So it's going to record, for example, here 3 minutes, then it's going to start another 3 minutes and another 3 minutes until the SD card is full. Then it's going to start overwriting the files. Then you have the time lapse, record audio, G sensor, parking guard, date stamp, and then you can also end up changing the language, date and time, and then here is where you access that 5G Wi-Fi. Now let's end up connecting this to the app. So for this to work, you do need to have it on. Uses an app called Widoor. You just have to click on the add camera right here. All right, so here is, let's see, let's just find it. Here is where it says the Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi password. So you're gonna go here, and then you're just gonna look for this. It's gonna be J13. You're gonna click on that. All right, once you're back on the app, you're just gonna connect to it again, and here it is recording. So let's end up. All right, so once we're here, we can see the live feed, which I ended up turning off right now. So here is where you can end up playing or recording. You also do have a little bit of the speedometer here. Now, what we wanna do here is we're gonna click on that SD card, then we're gonna find all the files that I ended up recording here. And here is a bunch of files. So we're just gonna basically download some of those, and then I'm gonna show you on the bigger picture. Here is just me front facing, and here's me pretty much setting up the camera. So let's end up opening up one of these files. Now, to end up getting this footage, so all you have to do here is you're gonna click on the download. And that's one way to get the video files from the dash cam to the phone. You can also just end up taking out the SD card, connecting it to your laptop. So there's a couple different ways you can end up doing this. So I finished getting some footage of the dash cam, so I'm gonna show you that in a little bit. I already ended up watching it on my computer, and I think the quality looks pretty good, especially the front-facing camera. Now this is gonna be recorded in the 4K resolution, but once I finish editing this video that you're gonna watch, it's gonna be in the 1080p resolution. Now when it comes to the other features, as I just mentioned, it does support 5G Wi-Fi. This dash cam also supports loop recording, so this ensures continuous recording. When the memory card is full, the camera automatically overwrites the oldest non-locked files. It also has a G sensor, which automatically detects a sudden shake or collision and locks the current video footage, preventing it from being overwritten during loop recording. It also has WDR, which is wide dynamic range. That's the image processing technology that helps the camera capture clear video in high contrast lighting conditions, such as driving out of a tunnel or at night with bright headlights. Also has time-lapse recording, which is a feature often used in parking mode to conserve storage by condensing long periods of time into short, fast-motion videos. Now, if you want to do 24-hour parking, the dashcam will automatically switch to parking mode when the vehicle is turned off, often using a low frame rate or event trigger recording to save power and storage. For this, you will need a hardwire kit, which doesn't come inside the box. This is a budget-friendly 3-channel camera with the easy installation and even easier app setup. It doesn't require any account at all. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.